Hello and welcome to the UDDA Podcast. I'm your host, Michael KIRSCHNER, one of the co-founders here at UDDA. This is going to be an abbreviated podcast. No guests this week as we head into the unofficial start of summer, Memorial Day weekend. So today we're going to cover three topics. One is UDDA University. This is our tool which helps new sports bettors learn the lingo and the types of bets that you can make on UDDA as well as other sports books. We're going to talk quickly about contests. Contests are one of my favorite features on the UDDA app. And we'll get into various contests that you can participate in this weekend. And finally, we'll recap last week's Pick 6 plus extra point segment. So let's start with UDDA University. Our primary goal here at UDDA is to make wagering, especially sports wagering, as accessible as possible to everyone. UDDA allows you to bet for free using what we call UDDA Bucks. When you sign up for UDDA, we're going to give you 10,000 free UDDA Bucks to play with. That's the currency that you bet with. So now once you sign up, you have your UDDA Bucks. How do you bet and how does it work? So today we're going to go through three of the most popular types of sports bets. They are the spread bet, the money line bet, and the over-under bet. And let's start with the spread bets. Spread bets, most popular in football and basketball. They involve a favored team, also known as the favorite, an underdog team known as the underdog. Most simply put, the favorite is expected to win and the underdog is expected to lose. Sportsbooks then determine the spread, which is the amount they think the favorite is expected to win by. When looking at a sports book, the favorite will be indicated by having a minus sign before the spread, while the underdog will have a plus sign next to the spread. And so let's look at the UDDA app right now. We'll look at the Phoenix Suns versus Los Angeles Lakers game tonight. The Phoenix Suns listed on top. They are 7-point underdogs, indicated as +7 underneath spread, while the Lakers are 7-point favorites. What this means is if you want to bet the spread on the Lakers, they would need to win by more than 7 points for you to win your bet. Conversely, if you want to take the Suns, they can lose by 6 and you'd still win your spread bet. Now, a lot of spread bets you'll notice will have a half a point. If you look at the Knicks Atlanta Hawks game, the half point there, it's 4.5 point. Knicks are underdogs, Atlanta Hawks are favorites. In spreads that have half points, ties are not impossible. Ties are impossible. But for the Suns-Lakers game, a tie is very much possible. So if you bet the Lakers and they win by 7, or you bet the Suns and they lose by 7, that is what we would call a tie or a push, and you'd get your money back. Now, you'll notice in sports books that most bets include a vig, which are represented by the parentheses -110 number. And what that means simply is that is the house advantage that sports books take. It's called the vig. It's short for vigorish. What smart sports books are trying to do is they're trying to get half the action on the favorite, half the action on the underdog, and then they'll very happily just take their vig or their commission. -110 simply means that you have to bet $110 to win 100, but keep in mind it could be any percentage or multiple of that. You can bet $11 to win 10, or you can bet $1.10 to win $1. All right, let's move on to moneyline bets. Moneyline bets, there are no spreads. You simply have to pick the winner. Sounds very easy. Again, favorites are going to be represented by a negative sign, while underdogs will be represented by a positive sign. But instead of this time the number representing the score, it represents the amount you have to bet to win 100, or the amount $100 will win for you. So let's again stick with the Suns-Lakers game. The Phoenix Suns, we know, are underdogs. They have the +240. And what that +240 simply means is that you will win $240 for every $100 you bet if the Suns win. So if you want to bet a money line bet on the Suns, you bet 100. If they win, you win 240. Now, conversely, if you want to take the Lakers, they're -300. So again, we know the Lakers are big favorites. They're much more likely to win. So if you want to bet the Lakers money line, you'd have to bet $300 to win 100. And again, you could bet 30 to win 10 or 3 to win 1. So money line bets, again, very simple, but the money line, it can either be a great payday if you hit a long shot underdog, which the Phoenix Suns are going to be, or you have to risk a lot of money to win not quite as much if you take the favorite. All right, finally, let's talk about the over-under. This, again, really simple. You're simply betting on whether you think the final score of a game is going to go over or under a projected total. The projected total in the Suns-Lakers game is 210.5 points. So if you think the score will be the combined final score of the two teams, if you think that'll be over 210.5, you take over. If you think it's under, you take the under. Again, there is that minus 110 vig or commission. So once again, if you like the over, you'd have to bet 110 to win 100. If you like the under, same thing applied. And again, any multiples of that amount will work on UDA as well as in the sports book. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about contests. Contests are one of my favorite features within the UDA app. We offer contests just about every day, certainly every weekend. We offer multiple types of contests. The most popular on the UDA app is called a bankroll contest. And I'm going to go into a bankroll contest that I just entered. It's the NBA Memorial Day weekend bankroll contest. Bankroll contests are really neat. So there's an entry fee. This contest, $2,500 UDA buck entry fee. When you sign up, when you enter, we're going to give you 50,000 what we call bankroll bucks. And again, this contest takes place from Friday all the way through Labor Day. So you enter into the Memorial Day NBA contest, and we're going to give you 50,000 bankroll bucks. Now, I have already made some of my picks. I will show you my open picks. I have taken the Washington Wizards. I bet 10,000 UDA bucks to win 19,000. I've taken the Mavericks Clippers under 219.5 for 5,500 UDA bucks to win 5,000. And I've taken the New York Knicks plus 4.5, 5,500 UDA bucks to win 5,000. My bankroll is now sitting at 29,000 UDA bucks. And so this is a really fun way to practice sports wagering within a period of time. And whoever has the most bankroll bucks at the end of the period of time will become the winner. So again, this is a contest that starts on Friday, games starting on Friday, all the way through games on Memorial Day. And whoever has the most bankroll bucks but when the games are finished on Monday will be the winner. And there's a minimum guaranteed prize in this contest of 25,000 UDA bucks. This weekend, we are also offering an NHL playoff Memorial Day contest. That's a 1,500 UDA buck entry fee, and a Major League Baseball Memorial Day weekend contest. That is free to join, totally free, no UDA bucks to enter. There is a minimum guaranteed prize of 25,000 UDA bucks as well for this one. So if you don't want to risk any UDA bucks at all, but still want a chance to win a hefty amount of UDA bucks, I encourage you to enter the Major League Baseball bankroll contest. Okay, finally, let's recap last week's Pick Six plus Extra Point segment. This is a lot of fun. We had most weeks we have two panelists. We go through 6 different questions, and whoever answers the most questions correctly is deemed that week's winner. Last week we had Dan Brady on, as well as Charlie Hill, two of our awesome UDA college campus ambassadors. If you'd like to become a college campus ambassador, please go onto LinkedIn, search jobs under UDA, and there is a link to apply to become a college campus ambassador. You get to do all sorts of fun things on campus, as well as appear on the weekly UDA podcast. So the 6 questions last week, the first question was, I gave the panelists the choice of any one of the top 5 favorites to win, or the field at the PGA Championship at Kiawah Island. Of course, we all know Phil Mickelson won. He was not one of the favorites. In fact, there were reports out of New Jersey that a bettor bet $1,000 on Phil Mickelson to win before the tournament started at 300 to 1 odds. So that's a $300,000 payday. Only Dan took the field. Charlie and I both took the top 5. John Rahm, who was in the top 5, he finished best out of all the players in the top 5. He finished tied for 8th. So Dan gets the point there. Second question was the final 2 NBA play-in games. The question was, the home team will win how many games? Up until that point, the home team was 4-0. They actually won the 5th game as well, but Golden State could not win on their home court. Both Charlie and I said 1, so it was tied after 2 questions. We all had 1 point. Third question, NHL, Carolina and Nashville. Carolina was up 2-0 heading to Nashville. The question was, how many games would the Predators win on home ice that weekend, 0, 1, or 2? I said 1, Dan said 1, Charlie said they'd win them both, and he was right. So Charlie off to a quick 2-1 lead. The next question, Chicago White Sox in the Bronx visiting the Yankees for a 3-game series. Chicago came in red hot. They were in first place. They had some strong pitching heading into the series. The question was, how many wins would Chicago get in at Yankee Stadium? I said 2. Charlie said 2. Dan said 1. The correct answer was 0. The Yankees swept the White Sox, so no points awarded on that one. The next question was, there were 8 NBA games. Went back to the NBA. There were 8 NBA games over the weekend, 4 on Saturday, 4 on Sunday. The question was, how many road team wins would there be? Below 3, exactly 3, or more than 3. Dan and Charlie both said below 3. I said exactly 3. And surprisingly, the answer was 4. So once again, no points were awarded. The final question had to do with Dogecoin. As we were taping the podcast, the price of Dogecoin was sitting at around 42 cents. The question was, on Monday afternoon at the close, would the price of Dogecoin be over or under 45 cents? Charlie and Dan both said under. Charlie and Dan both said over. I said under. The correct answer is under. So I got the point. So heading into the extra point, Charlie and I both had 2. Dan had 1, but the extra point also serves as our tiebreaker. And the question was, what would be the winning score of the PGA Championship? Charlie said -8. I said -13. Dan said -7. The correct answer was -6. So Dan got the point, and so we all finished with 2, but the extra point serves as the tiebreaker, which means Dan will return next week to defend his crown against a new challenger. So again, thank you. Please join UDDA. Check out the app. Become part of the community. It's a lot of fun. It's risk-free. We'd love to see you on the UDDA app, and we'll see you next weekend again on the UDDA podcast. Good luck on all your bets this weekend. Enjoy the holiday.